Using actors to make the situations as realistic as possible, scenarios were designed to challenge all departments and test technologies and intelligence sharing, with yesterday's programme including a health crisis, terrorist crisis, a serious road traffic accident, as well as much more. Over 100 personnel from the different departments were involved. I spoke to the coordinator and asked him what lessons had been learnt.
Well, lessons learnt are actually being captured. This only happened yesterday, so we are putting them all together and we will eventually come up with a final report with all the agencies' inputs. The exercise design was geared to seek participation from all emergency services and key partners like the military and civil contingencies, and so it revolved on very real-life situations that sought to put all their contingencies and response plans into play.
And yesterday was raining, which obviously means bad traffic. What sort of an impact would that have had on the exercise?
We tried and mitigate any disruption to the public as much as possible. Hence the location identified, which was the Rook site. Inevitably, yes, there was activity on the roads, but like you rightly point out, in Gibraltar, when it rains, everybody takes to the cars. But I'm happy to say that we managed with that the situation very aptly.
And there's been lots of emphasis on interdepartmental training recently. Have you found this has had a positive impact when you need to work together?
Certainly. The fact that we know each other and we are now working closer and closer every time, that is key. When you compare ourselves to other jurisdictions where perhaps police officers and ambulance men don't know each other, the response and the relationship is different. Here we are bonding as a team when it gets down to the critical stuff, and we are working endlessly to promote that or continuously throughout the years and every opportunity that we do have to exercise.
The heads of the departments involved told me the exercise had gone well and that it has given them confidence for the future, adding it's also highlighted areas that they can work on.
The exercise, as far as the port is concerned, went very well. Obviously, we have identified some lessons that we'll need to attend to, but the exercise in general, as far as we are concerned, went well. The major challenge that we faced, in particular yesterday, was the weather situation. I mean, we would have liked to do a much more extended search and rescue, but obviously risking the life of 12 to 13 people that we had on board was at the forefront of our thoughts.
Initially, we received a call for a road traffic collision, and that is day-to-day work for us, really, because we train quite hard for scenarios like that. Complications were when reports came into our control that shots had been fired, so that, in essence, just complicates the initial response. But all in all, I think that our response plans went well.
I'm happy to say that there was a vast improvement this time round, both at all levels, organizational, tactical and strategic. Communication worked pretty well. Another challenge, especially in our service, we are a small service and resilience plays a very big part. So in incidents of this nature, we are stretched to the limit. So in a real case scenario, we will probably need some external aid by means of other agencies.
For LiveX, the MOD's role, we're very much in a supporting role to the civil authorities. So the main challenges are making sure we have forces at readiness to be able to react to any eventuality that may occur. In terms of how the exercise went, from our perspective, it was a success. As the exercise unfolded, what became clear was the civil authority was very capable of dealing with the incident as it unfolded, and the MOD was able to provide resources as required when they were called for.
We had a number of objectives. First was to test our command and control structures all the way from the GCC all the way down to the bronze commanders, as we call them, on the ground, those that are actually operating at the coalface. We also wanted to test communications across all those command structures. So in both cases, I mean, there are varying opinions on this. You know, some people had more difficulty communicating, but generally the information that was required at the top strategic level, which we were seeking to test, was available to those decision makers, and we were able to take those decisions with the relevant and right information. So in that sense, it went very well.
With security questions at the forefront of people's minds these days, it's reassuring to know the departments are working together well to ensure Gibraltar is a safer place for us all.